Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the rise of Cornoe and we're continuing to manage our waste issues. So what we'll do, at some point I'll have to stop managing this. So let's stop kind of managing this through here. And what we'll do is we'll continue to move all of this stuff out to those facilities there. So we can deconstruct this and rebuild it with something else. All of our waste is still being moved around into, we're still exporting our waste to the various areas. So we should be all good with that. Okay, so let's keep an eye on things. We want to expand so everything here is kind of underway and working. So that should be fine. We'll just keep going with that. Still have high unemployment. I guess it's still this area over here, which I find quite interesting that we have so many people without a job, and we're struggling to find. But we have built a number of different things for these people to be working at, right? They've got this facility, they've got that facility. What else can we build? I'm not necessarily going to pause the game. I keep wanting to do that. So we've got one piece of facility here. We can't export any electronics. Hang on. Let's quickly have a look. This is Sith Electronics Distribution. We don't have an export functionality just yet. So what I'll do is I'll build an extra one of these facilities that can also then start managing the exports. So let's get another one. I keep pausing it. Well, let me just finish off this planning with the distribution. So if I go distribution, obviously not using a rail distribution over here. So if we wanted to do for exports, I think small distribution is probably okay. How many vehicles? That's 5 vehicles. I like the idea of 5 vehicles. I don't necessarily like this guy. 4, 8. I think 8 is too much. I think 4 is probably okay. So what we could do is we could just do... Well, what I'll do is I'll do it over here. So we'll just add another one right there. So let's do that. We'll get the various construction crews out here to build it. And we can get the helicopters in to come and support that. Then what we can do from there is we can manage the export of electronics, right? This is fully loaded on electronics. So we can manage the exports of electronics to various facilities. So what is this guy doing? This is bringing stuff in. And this is taking it here and taking it to the industrial. Yeah. So that's basically doing its distribution role. So electronics is doing pretty well. Now, what else could we potentially do in this area that doesn't generate heaps of... So if we go to plastics, right? Plastics is the one thing that we still need to do. So that's 13 tons per year. And the chemical plant, 15 tons. That's a big one. So the normal plastic one is going to be about 13 tons. So with our electronics assembly facility, let's just see that one. Electronics assembly facility, that's very low in terms of the pollution. So if we potentially wanted to do, I'm just very worried, right? So what is the output of like a food factory? A food factory, it generates 7 tons, and we've had issues with food factories in the past too close to facilities. So I guess we can't do plastics here, right? We could maybe do an extra one of these guys and do even more. Yeah, maybe that's the right call for us to do even more. Okay, because if we do another setup like that, we could use all the same facilities and we don't even have to do much more, and we can give 150 extra people work. Okay, I think that's the one that we're going to do. We're just going to set up another electronics assembly, electronic components factory. Electronic components factory. What does that need? That needs... Do we do that? Maybe we do that. Okay, so let's flip it around, see what we've got going for us here. This is a little bit disappointing that it wants to do this. How... We need to tie in there, and we can't do it. This is crazy. Is that it? Mechanical components, electronics, electrical components factory. That's something that would be cool to have. But it needs chemicals and steel and plastic. Chemical, steel, and plastic. What is in here? Plastics. We don't have steel. We don't have chemicals. So we're going to have to... Ooh, and steel will be an external. Okay, let's have a look. If we go to mods, right? I just want to have a quick look. If we go and say... electronics, right? This one. Electrical components factory. We've got... Well, let's highlight both of them. Let's right-click that one. We'll right-click this one. What is this? Small high voltage substations. So we've got those. Let's grab these two as well. Just so we see. Maybe we've got some better facilities. Okay, go back to this and have a look. So now we've got electrical components factories that generates even less. Maybe something like that one. Ooh, that's a bit sizable, to say the least. We could get it in here. Oh, actually, we want a bit of a buffer area in there. Let's just see. So this one creates 2.5 tons per day, 1.8, and that's 5 tons per day. So maybe if we just do the small one, yeah, the small one's going to be just fine. Okay, so what we'll pick up on, right? So I think what we need to do is we'll do it. Oh, we'll have to extend our sewage and stuff, yeah. And we'll have to... we've got a bit of a pathway over here that we can tie into. I think this could work, right? Let's do something... actually, we need to have a little bit of room at this side at least. Okay, well, something like that should be okay. So let's do that. Okay. Now, we will need to have a look at sewage and the likes. Okay, so we'll do that. That's a bit of a smaller facility. Hopefully, that's not going to be too problematic in terms of its pollution production, right? Pollution is very low. What does this one do in terms of pollution? So that one does more pollution than this one. So, okay, that's fine. Let's leave it at that. So that means we could do our own electronic components here as well. Okay, so now... let's have a quick look. We want to assign that in there. Right? And I think that's a nice little angle. We want to make sure we've got the room to tie that one in. We need steel. Hang on. What's its internal storage like? I need to just have a look at that. So if we look at this guy, it's got internal storage of how much? 15 tons of steel. And how much does it actually use? It uses so little that I think we're okay. So all I want to do is get an extra cargo facility, and we can always add if we need to. There's still room. Let's have a quick look. If we look at open storages for steel, for instance, a small open storage, there is enough room for us to add it, right? I'm sure we can make it work. Something like this, we could definitely make a small steel a small steel as open storage work if we need it. But I would like a secondary one of these guys, right? Yes, I want it. We could do all of this and have it nice and contained in this area here. I think that's fine. So the only issue with this, though... Oh, no, it's fine. It'll be part of our input items. So let's do that. I'm happy with that because that means it can draw from here as well if it needs to. Okay, I think that's fine. And then we need a few road connections. I'll do this as a road connection, to be honest. I'll do that, and we'll obviously get this guy on that side. And we need to make sure that I think this spot here is the right one. Let's just have a quick look. Where is this? We will be able to squeeze it out on that side. That's fine. So I think if we want to make this work, we'll do... So let's just do... something like that. So we'll try and tie it in on this side, and at the same time we'll run it up there, right? So we'll do both of those. We'll get started on the construction there. There should still be room here. If I quickly go to the storages again and we grab this guy, we should still be able to make it work, I think. Maybe even here. Oh no. Seems we cannot. It seems we cannot. Let's try that from a different angle. I'm pretty sure. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just redo this little slither through here. Okay, try that again. If we bring me back this guy, I want to get it. Really? Is that really the way it's going to play? If we were to do this, that we can't do that one there. If we did it, this side doesn't want to work due to the angled road here. So we really need to get it to tie in right here. And I think obviously getting workers here is going to be way more important. It's still, you know what, could work. Yeah, it's just very, very, very tight. Right, so let's not very tight. Let's try. We go mods and just go open storage. Open storage. Oh, we have a tiny small open storage like this. We could do that. We could just get this one. Right, this one will work, no problems. Tiny open storage that's gonna, have sufficient amounts of steel in there. Compared to this guy, yeah, that's fine. We really don't need any more than that. Okay, I'm comfortable. So what we'll do is we'll get it tight. Also to limit walking distances, and we'll assign that. So get all of that construction going. We obviously want to make sure that we've got all of these things going. Let's start the construction there. And make sure we're starting the construction over here. So that's actively going to provide us with some additional stuff here, right? So let's just get whoever we can. That guy. Oh, there we go. Get as much of this going on as possible. So at least we'll get some extra bits and pieces. So if I look at this, we'll definitely provide workers from all of these areas. And that'll actually be a nice, nifty little, kind of easing into that industrial area. Now, on this side of things, we can start with some exports. Okay, so we don't need to buy vehicles anymore, right? What was this? This was a heating problem. That's okay. Heating problem's not too much of an issue. It's going to start snowing any minute now. We've got a traffic jam. Ooh. Yeah, that's the kind of the traffic jam that we would be expecting. We've switched this guy off. I think we're doing okay. So we're currently building all of these things. That's fine. Let's just get Lisa in here. Okay, get all of that built so that we'll move these. Once it's dissipated, we'll sort that out. Cornoe border is going to be fine. Okay, that's fine. We're still trying to clear all of this out, right? This is still loading up, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. No problems. We'll still clean all of that out. It's going to start snowing any minute now. Okay, let's... What we're actually doing on this side is grabbing some of these vehicles. This is not doing anything, right? It did pop up with something, and of course, it stopped, right? Got 10 buses over here. Let's just see these. Wear and tear here, no wear and tear. So as long as you've got that going, no wear and tear. Okay, so let's we'll obviously put a few more of these of these covered holes in. Yeah, give me 6 more of those, please. And what we'll do is we'll grab 1, 2, kind of 3 of them, and we'll move them to our new facility. Shouldn't be pausing all the time. It's a bit of a bad habit I've got. So let's put this one in here, close it out. Put that one in there, close it out. And how many is in here? And we'll move that one in there. Okay, so this will be electronics export. Sith electronics export. Sith electronics export. Here we go. There we go. That should be fine. So once we've got that going, what we'll say is you're going to pop in here. And if it is over 50%, right, it's only going to be electronics and maybe electronic components, but probably only electronics. So once we've got that one there, we can do that. Let's just say this is the electronics cargo station. Sith electronics cargo station. Perfect. These guys are now... Okay, so all we want to do is pick up electronics over 50%, right? And then we're going to run them to the border, right? It's a little bit far away, but then we're going to unload them at the border, please. Interesting, it's not letting me wait, but anyway, I think that's fine. So now we will be, as long as we've got more than 50% electronics available, which is an interesting one. Is that going to work? I'd be keen to understand if it will read that it's got. I'm interested to understand if that will actually read it or not. But anyway, we'll keep going. So now it's going to start exporting. We should have fuel station nearby. Yeah, over here. So now it should be exporting, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I think that once we've got this, then we're creating our own. Oh, we obviously have to bring in addition to this, we need chemicals as well, right? Let's just see. So if we pop in here, what do we need? We need plastics, which we have. We need chemicals. That's the other thing that we need. Okay. And so we need very minuscule amounts of chemicals as well. So what we'll do is we'll actively up this number as well. So we'll do something like that, right? That's going to give us a reasonable number. Right, so hopefully we'll fix this, and hopefully our distribution office will immediately bring chemicals. We'll leave it for a minute and see if that does work. Okay, now, okay, that's fine. That's a good starting point for us. So we've got that going, and we've got a couple of buses and things going on over here. Okay, this is busy going. How is this going? Slowly emptying it out. Let's have a quick look at what's going on over here. This is looking fine, no problems. Let's have a look at Susselgrad. This is looking fine, no problem. This guy is waiting to load, so no problems whatsoever to stop there a little bit. Because we're doing the export thing, it's probably all good. Okay, so that's a good starting point for us there. Now, I want to extend our infrastructure. Okay. So we could do another kind of little roundabout interchange thing over here somewhere. We'll go, this will be a big interchange, and then we'll need to get to the port. And the port will need tons of planning. But basically, the idea is that We'll need some land space, road connectivity, rail connectivity, and we'll need to kind of dredge this thing out to get the port to work. Ultimately, I believe we wanted to do, canal through here. Yeah. We want to dredge through here to get the canal to go around into the port. On this side, we're not okay on this side, are we? Sorry, I'm just, where am I? Okay, here's our canal. Here's our canal. This is our canal. All the way around here. We'll have to dredge this out a little bit. So this can come around, and I think the port is in here somewhere. Yeah, in here. So this is going to be a very nice little spot for a port, and it's very center of the map as well. Okay, so we'll need our infrastructure to continue in that direction. We've got a traffic jam. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, have a look at this, guys. Oh, yeah, we want to go. Yeah. This is why we've selected this area, because it's nice and flat for the road network to come through here. We have the bauxite there. That's the only spot for bauxite, right? No, it's not. We've got another option for bauxite up here. I'll try and at least get a little bit of bauxite availability over here. So we'll have to see what we do with that. Okay, so let's have a quick look. If we wanted to, okay, we need, where is this road going? So from here, let's just see. So from here, this road is going where exactly? Probably connecting through to this side. I apologize. Okay, we'll come back in the daylights for that. Oh, daylight's coming. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we can't go. No, we want to cross over that way. So this road needs to then slowly make its way here, from where we can then probably extend this ridge a little bit to cross somewhere here. Or alternatively, we can just cross over here somewhere. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at levels, but I'm not going to do the crossing just yet. But the idea being that ultimately we'll do some level of crossing here. We probably want to cross onto this peninsula thing here so that we can go into that direction. We're also going to get a road that's going to probably come over from here. Yeah, we can even run it all the way there and cross it there, or even have a branch off over there as well. Okay, no problem. We're not going to plan out all of that. I just wanted to kind of have a look at where this road needs to be going. So let's make a bit of a start here. Okay, we'll kind of do it with this, right? So let's do. Yeah, we've got plenty of room here. So let's try and hug this side as best we can. Right, so we'll do that. So we'll give ourselves a little bit more room for like the rail, right? The rail. We'll have to see how we cross the rail as well. There's going to be a bit of work here. So the idea is then from here, we will be probably branching off into this direction, though. Okay, so if we did this, right? We did this, yeah, there we go. There comes the snow. If we did this, right, branched off in that direction, where does this go? Yeah, we'll probably need some road connectivity to go this way. Let's just wait for all the snow to be down. Perfect, okay. So, connectivity that way. Wow, it's challenging to see. And then connectivity on this side. Let's just run it something like this. Right? That's not actively tying into it. Perfect. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so that's the road in that direction. We'll need some form of interchange probably over here. I guess it's just going to be a roundabout. We don't need significant stuff. And then probably another roundabout here to feed some action into this, right? Alternatively, I'm getting a little bit. So if we were to do, we could. Okay. Let's let's start off by do what do we do? We do 90 or something, right? Yeah. I think we do 90 to 100. Something like this is probably a reasonable one. So let's do that. Okay. We'll trim off that little section. And we'll go around this way. Is that a roundabout? Kind of looks that doesn't quite look round, does it? Let's try it again. I think it was round. Okay, we'll make a start. Oh, yes. Hang on. We needed to go to 180, right? There we go. That's what we're after. And then we'll trim it back into 100 and 180. I'm not sure. That doesn't look like 180 to me. Anyway, I just want to make sure it's fairly straight and about 100, right? That looks probably about right. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll again trim back on this side, and then we'll just go around there. Now, the idea with this, I think, that... Hang on. If I just trim this side, right? That, I mean, is bigger. Anyway, I'm not, that should be fine. Okay, so now, what we'll do, on the one side, I want to... We do this. Okay, you know what? If we do this, that's our port access, okay? And then what we'll have on this side is our... Okay, so let's get the F4 out so we don't snap. We do that and we do this, right? This guy could ultimately end up tying in like this, right? But maybe we don't need it to be as aggressive, right? What we'll do is we'll do that, and we'll get our F2s on. Oh, F2 is here. We could get it nice and wide out there, right? Do something like that, right? And then we'll put the F4 back on. We'll run something like this and something like that, and then we'll try and tie that one in like so, right? That's reasonable? Or do we trim it back even more? Let's trim it back a little bit more. And we'll go up to... We'll do that, right? Now, from here, try and tie that one in. Yeah, I think that's okay, right? Because we're coming right in for it over here. Okay, and then we basically run it in from here. We'll tie it back over there. So that's the one side. This is the other one. And then where did those roads go? Over there. Basically, I'll switch the F4 off again. And what we'll say is we'll have our direct connectivity out something like that. And something like this. Oh, we'll also need one out that way. And one out that way. Okay, so we'll do something like that, right? And now... Where did we go? Train is waiting too long. I'll have a bit of a look. So now, that could be, say, necessary evil, unfortunately. Where are we playing in? Okay. Yeah, so we need to be a little bit... Oh, yeah. This is a little bit too tight. We need to bring this around. We need to straighten this up first, right? We need to do... Let's try this again. We snip this one and we put it back. Yeah, it needs to be a bit straighter like that, right? And similarly on the other side as well. I think that one side is kind of working, but we need it to be a little straighter than that. Perfect. So I think that'll work. Now if we do F4, I think we'll... Now, yeah, see now, that is kind of working. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. We do this, and we do that. And now we'll try and squeeze that in, right? Think we need a little bit, that's a little bit too aggressive, so we'll just trim it back a little bit to say there, and I think that'll be better if we do that, right? Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so that's a little bit aggressive, but it's going to work. So that's kind of our, and this becomes our access, our primary access to the port. We can have a secondary one over here, and we could even have another something over here that gives you access to this area and into that port as well. Okay, so that's our starting point. We'll close that out for now, so we don't spend too much time there. That's it. Let's go back and have a look at what we've achieved so far. How's this going? Construction activities are afoot here. Make sure we're doing everything there. That's happening. How's this going? Are we exporting? You see, this guy is. No, that's just bringing stuff in. That's okay. Okay, so that's the one side of things. That's done. What's happening over here? Is that done? Not yet. Are these done? They are done. Okay, so this is good, right? Now we need a distribution office of sorts to bring this stuff in, right? If we go with we don't have an existing. Okay, let's just get a distribution office. It shouldn't be a big deal to just build one. I'll just build it on this side here, so it's kind of actively working from this area. So we want a smallish. Let's not go too small. And then we've got a bit of an issue with spacing because of these other guys. I don't want it to get it out of the way. Maybe multiple distribution offices. This is 4. Kind of. This is not bad. I don't think we can squeeze anything in there. That's a pretty good spot. There's a traffic jam we need to bear in mind. Good, right? Could have a bit of a road going in there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's extend this road a little bit. Right on that same angle, we'll straighten it up like that. I think I've got the F4 switched off, but anyway, that's okay. And then we'll go back, get those distribution offices in place. The ones that I'm looking for is over here. Yeah, these guys. Okay, so we'll do like one here. And we'll do one there, right? So something like that. And then actually what we can do is we trim this road back a little. And we'll say do this. And then we'll just tie that road in like so. Okay, so we'll make a start on that. Those distribution offices should be able to then house whatever we need to keep these things running. Okay, so let's assign that for construction. We'll get the various crews out here to come and build it. Okay, come and build it. So we'll move that. This is still moving slowly. This is still switched off. This is still kind of waiting. Let's just have a look that everything else is still underway and working quite nicely. We've finished off another round of vehicles, so we can do some more replacements if we do spot some stuff. I wonder. Hang on. If we've got lines, can we do a bit of a replacement? I think we can. I'll look into that in just a minute. I just wanted to see. So we've got, no problems here. Any problems here? No, it seems to be okay there. How's this going? This is progressing slowly, guys. Really slowly. That's built. These things are built, right? Yeah, we need some technical services out here. These things are getting built. Is this, I want to suspend construction on some of this, right? Let's suspend construction there. Let's suspend construction with this. Let's suspend this as well. Suspend over here. Don't want to be building crazy amounts of stuff, right? That I don't necessarily need straight away. So these are okay. These have to be built to move things out, but I think this section doesn't need to be built. And obviously this, we're not actively building this, right? Let's suspend the construction of the mine there. And let's suspend this construction as well, just to get a little bit of something going, at least a little bit. Broken vehicle, let's have a look. This is the opportunity. Okay, so we've got a broken vehicle there that's causing us all kinds of pain. Sith clothing workers. So if we go here and say, mine spacing is not. So can we, is there anything? Okay, so anyway, let's do, okay, so this vehicle is broken. Well, it's getting broken. So what do we want? We want to replace the vehicle with one of our new buses. Right, I can do that. So it is going, but what is happening with the broken vehicle? That's what I want to find out. Where is this? It's gone. So what does that mean? So if the vehicle has been replaced, where did it go? Is it automatically teleporting to our salvage facility? I just want to know, is it on its way here? Is it going to pop up in this area? This is my question. If I look here, right, there's automatic vehicle replacement. Okay, let me... Is that like a menu? I'm now I don't want to kind of click it because it's going to be a little problematic. Cornoe Hill. Okay, yeah, here is fine. It should be fine with vehicles heading out over here to come and sort itself out here. Okay, let's do a little bit of vehicle replacement. Let's just have a look. So if I go to vehicles, show me the wear and tear, please. And I actually let's just do by age and the entire map, please. So that's an excavator. These are open holes. So let's quickly grab this one. Oh yeah, beautiful. We'll grab that one and this one and this one. Okay. And any other open holes down this list, we'll grab that one. Okay, and yeah, I think that's about right for now. There's plenty of buses in here as well. So what we'll do is we'll grab a couple of these buses, that bus, and that bus. Okay, so that should be good for now. So let's get over here and we'll quickly do the replacement thing. Okay, so a couple of buses. Let's do a replacement for you. And a replacement for you. And what we'll do is we'll do a replacement for you. And a replacement for you. I think that just makes it so much easier, right? And for you. And we've got one more. And we'll do a replacement for you. Perfect. Excellent. That's super good. Super good. Now, let's buy another blueprint. Okay, pause it for a second. Oh, hang on. We need excavators and all kinds of things. So let's grab a quick look here. If we go excavators. I'm thinking not that one, but this one instead. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Let's grab that one instead. It's just going to be a little bit more flexible throughout our use cases. So let's grab this one, okay? And what we'll do is we'll pop a bunch of excavators in the queue so that we can start to use them as well. Okay, and if we go back and have our list here ready, the entire map, vehicle age, excavators, concrete mixers, dumpers. Okay, so let's do that. Another covered hole that we need to... Yeah, that's a covered hole that we can get rid of. So let's do that. We can clear that one out. Excellent. And concrete mixers and dumpers quickly. So let's buy those two as well. So let's grab dumpers. We should be able to procure this one for cheap. Okay, so we'll buy that from a blueprint perspective. And then we want a mixer. Concrete mixer. Okay, so what are we looking for? We want the best of the best, right? So this one is to present. It's 80 kilometers an hour, 11 tons. 87 and 13 tons. 95 and 11 tons. 90. So I guess KMZ is the one that we're going for, right? Why? Ooh, these seems a lot more powerful, but why? I mean, is there any reason we would go for this one over that one? Is it more polluting? I don't know. So the only thing is this one is 13 tons of concrete, okay, at 87. And that one is 11 tons of concrete at 95. I am almost thinking we should go with this one instead because we're going to get a little bit more value out of that. The JE300. I think we should do the JE300 and get it done with. It's a reasonable speed, and we're going to get 3 extra tons or 2 extra tons of concrete out of each one. We'll get the JE in there as well. So let's do that. We'll assign a few JEs to the queue so we can at least do some of that as well. Okay, so there's a few more things being built, and we can start to swap them out as is required. Okay, that's good. Let's have a look at this. Is this empty yet? Almost. Very close to being empty. These things should be getting up to speed. What I'll do is, why does that have such a funny look to it? Anyway, we'll sort that out. Once we got this going, we'll move these vehicles in there, and we'll go from there. Okay, container stand and dump is full. Okay, let's go back over here. So we should be exporting electronics at quite a rate now, but we're not dropping below that. This is built. Okay. Hang on. Building is without drinking water. Did we end up getting chemicals in here? Not at all. Okay, so let's quickly have a look. So chemicals are from, I guess we don't have chemicals here, right? We do have chemicals there. So who is bringing me this stuff here, right? We definitely have someone. We have Sith Electronics Distribution, Sith Electronics Exports, Sith Big Distribution. So this guy is bringing to Sith Electronics Cargo Station. We just need to switch that on so it can bring us some stuff. Okay, and then we should have everything we need. Apart from the fact that we need steel to be delivered there. So steel is available from this area as well, right? Yeah, we can pick up steel. Let me just check. You've got 2 pickup locations or not. You're picking up from this one, right? So that's not giving me steel. And this one is picking up from... This one is picking up from that side. It's fully loaded. So what we basically need to do is we need to grab this guy and say, guys, you actually also want to pick up potentially from this side. Okay. What I'll do is I want to move you. I can't move you to the top, can I? I thought I could move things in here. I can. Change the order. Okay, so Cornoe crossing. We want to put you right there, please, so you're close to that. No. What's happened? I need to do that. Thank you. You're going to load up on this one as well, please. And then just need to make sure we're not going to fill some stuff up with... Yeah, I don't think we'll be filling stuff up with that. But anyway, that's fine. And then what we'll do on this side of things, we'll want to just add to the mix. Yeah, we want to go directly here and unload for us. No. We don't want to do that, right? So let's leave that in place for the time being. What we need to do is provide, I don't think we've got the vehicle here, right? Yeah, we're missing the vehicles. So what we want from the vehicle side of things, right, let's leave that in there. We'll grab these 2 of them, I think. Well, actually, let's just grab 2 of them. 2 should be fine. So let's go there. We'll go back. We'll tell the guy to move there. Tell this guy to move there. So our 2 new vehicles. And once they get here, we can do the rest of that. So what I might do is I might put some more open holes in the queue here as well. So let's add a few open holes in there. Okay, that should do the trick. That should work. So once the open hole gets here, we will go ahead and move through to get the rest of the distribution going for this guy. Just want, because the open hole isn't there, we might, okay, so once the open hole arrives, we'll have to see. Where is this? Sasselgrad Refinery. Pump Jack 23. Okay, let's just look at this. I think this is fine. But let's just make sure. Yeah, so we've got vehicles on their way here. But the problem with these areas is, okay, there they come, is that this isn't really plowed. And it might take a little bit of time to get there. But that makes me think we need to make sure that we're plowing our roads here a little bit more. Where are all these guys running around? Why are they not plowing this internal road? I mean, all of this should be within plow reach, right? We should get plows and stuff going. What's going on over here? Just double check this. Okay, they're on their way. If they get here in time, they will get here in time. They're going to slow down now as they go onto this dirt road. They're super slow on the dirt road. This is why you can't just have dirt roads. Okay. Let's just pause it there for a second because now we've got this guy appearing. Just want to see. So Sasselgrad. So give me Sasselgrad, please. Sasselgrad Road Cargo Station does not seem to accept any of those things, so that's okay. So that one's fine. Close that one. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. So this one, Basistavi, would not accept it either, so that's okay. So we'll clear that one out, and this one. Sith Electronics Cargo Station should not accept it either. Okay, so good. So let's unload here, and we're only going to do that, and we'll go up to, say, let's do 70% there. Perfect. So let's do that. So that should start getting the stuff going. I'm now just keen to make sure that this is not going to... I think they'll be in time. They're almost there. And once they've arrived, they've got more than sufficient capacity. These 2 guys will move it quickly. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. We have saved the day. Okay, perfect. Good to see that. Now, we should be, if we go back and check here, we should have chemicals in here. Apparently not yet. And the other thing we're missing over here is we don't have the ability to... so we've got power, but we don't have drinking water and things like that. So let's grab, where will we go? So we want this, not switch, but the substation. If we go underground. Okay, so we should be able to go from this side, but I guess it might be better for us to just do this, okay? So we'll do one like so, and then let's see about this guy as well. And one like so. And then the plan would be that we need to run some sewage connections. Building is in the way. Of course it is. We do that and we do this. Beautiful. That will work. Okay, so that will work. And then we'll get some water pipes out in the other direction. From here to there, we will activate that construction, please. Go above ground, and we'll tie these things together and get them constructible. We'll do that, and we will do that, please. So that's okay. So now we can assign some proper constructions here. Please get cracking on this. So we can get these things connected. We should see chemicals, and we should also have steel. Almost. Here comes our steel. But then we should be able to produce, right? Missing plastics, really? Okay, so we're missing a plastic delivery or two. This guy must be using all the plastics. Right, so that's fine. All of that should be okay. Anyway, that is in a good spot. Got tons of little things saying about pollution. What is this one? Traffic jam for buses. Okay, where is that? Oh my goodness. Okay, give me a couple of these buses, right? That one is in poor condition. And it's broken down, is it? This one is broken down. They're super old, these guys. That's a new one. Yeah, we've got too many of these old guys. Okay, let's just sort this stuff out a little bit. These are all kind of the same age. What is that one? It's a little bit younger. That's a young one. That's a young one too. Let's grab these guys. Ooh, very old. And old enough to be replaced, I think. That's a very young one. And I guess that is it. So let's try and replace these buses quickly. If I can find where I need to go. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's quickly do that. No, not right there, but over here instead. We've got a number of buses available, so let's quickly sort this out. So if I would like to replace you, please. And then I would like to replace you. I would like to replace you. Which one was the first one? Just want to make sure we're replacing the broken down ones at least. There we go. Now we're doing it. I just wonder where these other vehicles are heading. Anyway, that's it. So now let's also put in the queue a number of extra buses so that we can place another round if we need to. Okay, perfect. That was a good idea. Now I'll delete all of these messages, but we would like to see that everything is moving again over here, right? It's not here. It's over here. There it is. Is it clearing? It's clearing. Okay, this might have been a little bit of a blip in the system, but we've got the resiliency in terms of things like food and so on, so should be okay. It should be okay. Everything should be moving again, and we should be seeing more workers being delivered to where they need to go. Okay, beautiful. Okay. What's happening with this, guy? Is this almost done? Oh, it's very close, guys. It's very close. These are almost done too, I think. Not so almost done. Who's building this? Get people here, guys. Get people here to build it. Okay, this is very close to being done. Clear it out, guys. Clear it out. Because then I'll move these guys in there. Yeah, this is fine. This is brilliant. Okay, we're done, and that's going to kind of be the last thing we do is just sort out what we need to do with this so that in the next episode we can at least start actively using these dumps to store the ash. And what I think we could do is presumably we could also do it on this side, right? So we could have another range of dumps over there. And then we'll have a transfer station in here, which I'm hoping will mean it moves really, really quickly. Instead of as slowly as it does. Okay, it's done. So are these buildings done? This one is done. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just move these guys in there for me, please. Okay, so that's all 4 of them loaded now, I think. Should be fairly close with this one. Okay, so that's done. Okay. 4, and yeah, we need then 1 on this side, basically. For now, I will move it over here. And then what we'll do is we'll start to deconstruct this thing. Okay, so let's do that. We want to demolish that one, please. We want to get rid of this factory connection as well. We want to make sure we've got some demolition crews ready to do it. Perfect. We'll get that moving first. Once we've got that cleared out of the way, we'll see about this. This is working a little bit because this is getting us to move the ash out a little bit quicker. So this might be a good idea. And we may not have needed to demolish the other plastic facility. We might rebuild it in this area if we see this it's fit for purpose here. Okay, so let's continue to clear that out. Let's go back down here and see how are we progressing with this area. We should see 70 workers there, 150 workers there. So we shouldn't have high unemployments here, right? There is still unemployment, but it's not super high, so that's okay. This is not necessarily... Ooh, this is a problem. Okay, I want that in there. Okay, limit the amounts. Unfortunate. How unfortunate. 0, 0, 0, 0. 1. No. 1. 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. That's my bad. That's my bad. So now we've got tons of mechanical components in here instead of in there. Anyway, I don't know if we've done any work here yet, but hopefully we can as soon as we see some plastic coming in here. So where's the plastic coming from? I'm assuming the plastic is coming in from over here as well. What is this? Let's double check that. Something broken? No, I know. Well, let's just send you home to go and do some other stuff, and hopefully you won't get stuck all the time. Plastic. I think plastic is coming in from over here, right? Do we have plastic here? Oh, plastic is coming in from the imports. Ah, I see. That's a bit of a bummer. So imports, we should really be able to get our plastics on from here. Yeah, so plastics should be making their moves in here. We don't have any of these kind of covered holes available at the moment, right? So the dumpers are here, not doing anything. The open holes are very busy. So basically our imports from the border is hampering our effectiveness. So we'll need to have a little bit of look. Maybe we can bring in plastics in through here, right? And then it can be assigned to whatever. I mean, clearly we can do that, right? If we add 20% plastics in there, right? So we get 20 tons of plastics in here. At least our distribution will go easier. And then I just want to double check our rail. So what is this guy doing? Is that going to pick up? No, it's a bit of an export there. Rail imports. Atomic industrial. So this one is here. And what we want to do is we want to be unloading plastics as well. And to be honest, yeah, maybe 10%. Let's go 10%. So at least we get some stuff in there. So it should be moving once it has something to move on. Okay, perfect. So that's good. What's happening over here? Oh, that section's been demolished. This is still underway, though. wonder why it's being so slow. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll clear out that. Ooh, what's this? Why am I? Okay, Lisa is coming to clear that one out. Then we want to bring in some other stuff here. These guys all done, ready to go. Now, what we want to do with the, we want to make sure that we're least all of these things we want to be unloading, not loading, right? So all of these dumps will be unloading. Unloading to all of these dumps. Oh, that's fine. The fact that you still had stuff with you is fine. You're going to go back. There's nowhere for you to actively pick up as, okay? So that is fine. Get there and it'll start dissipating straight away. That's beautiful. So let's do that. Once this is kind of out of the way. Can I get this out of the way, please? Let's get that out of the way because that seems to be a little bit bugged. Now, let's get the rest of this. So I'm thinking transfer station, right? And when we're talking transfer station for big containers like this, okay, so we could do something like that. Okay, or we could do, no, if we're not doing that one, let's see where do these roads go? Zoom out. We can do a link around like this, to be honest. Something like that could work, but we want it to be a little bit bigger than that. So how many, what is that? That's 195, right? That's 195. That's a smaller one. So I think we do this, right? As soon as we get that out of the way, this I think is what we do. And that should be fine. We need one more. Pick that up and it should be gone as soon as it leaves. Excellent. Now, give me that waste transfer facility, this one. Can we? All very awkward, isn't it? So we could do that, right? Oops. Oh, that's pausing it. So we could do that, and I believe we should be able to do that as well, right? Okay, so it's a little bit not ideal in terms of its directionality, but I think that's fine. So can we please get this built ASAP? Okay, get this built as quickly as we can so that we can start this operation probably in the next episode, because I think we've had enough this episode. So let's just quickly pop down here to see if this is actively working. Have we finished off this construction? Yes, so this is fine. This is operating without issues. So we should be filling. I think we can move those other things in there, but we're filling this up pretty nicely, and then we can, yeah, excellent. Excellent. So we've got our electronics up and running. And we're finishing off this, and we have replaced some vehicles, and we have a queue of others ready to go, so we can continue to replace the vehicles on the list that is really, really poor. Now, I'll have a bit of a look at the automatic replacement, but I don't think, and I don't know where our vehicle's going, so it maybe just disappears, so we just kind of get rid of them, where we should have actually salvaged their pieces. Anyway, I'll have a bit of a look and play through with the settings after I've saved this one. Guys, I will see you in the next episode where we will continue our journey, and it's going to be summer. Okay, bye-bye.